So stay tuned and I'll show you how we put these planter boxes together. These are going to be dragged out to our garden area, fill them up with soil and compost, grow some veggies this year. They're made out of cedar pickets, so they're fairly cheap to put together. Those are $2 a piece. I used some decking boards for the legs, as well as decking 2x2 for the trim. I put it together without this trim at first, but I didn't like the way it bowed out. Now it's nice and solid. So these are regular 2x4 studs that I just painted. There's no pressure treated anywhere near where the soil is going to go. So stick around and I'll show you how I did it. Setting up my stop blocks now for the legs, 18 inches. I needed 8 per box, and I built 2 boxes, so I needed 16 more of these stop blocks come in handy. Hooking up my new shop vac to pocket holes. Using my squaring clamps here for the 2x4s for the legs. These sure make it easy when you're doing 2x4s, that's for sure. These are 2.5-inch outdoor screws. And these are decking boards. So they have been treated. Now with any treated wood, you want to make sure the end grain is protected as well. Cutting the cedar boards exactly in half at 36 inches makes it nice and easy. The sides are 6 foot and the ends are 3 foot. Yeah, if you look at the drawings, it's 6 foot on the sides and 3 foot on the ends. Set up the legs now. It's actually upside down. My garage floor is very level, so it makes it easy to set these things up. I didn't use any pre-hole drills in the cedar. It was soft enough to drill right through it. Saved a lot of time, actually. And my shop dog helping out. Make sure everything's square. Every time I'd bump it, it'd go out of square, so keep checking that, make sure it stays in square. Use 1.5 inch decking screws. They're 2x2s. This is outdoor wood and made for decking. Using that 2.5-inch outdoor screws for Craig. One on the top, one on the bottom, and then there'll be one right here in the middle. Then I drill all the decking boards to it. Here I'm putting some temporary supports on. This helps it keep it square while I'll put the last trim on it. That helped out. I wish I would have done that sooner. Here I'm attaching 3/4 inch spacers. This is how I want the trim to overhang. If you look on the drawings, it makes the cutting of it real easy. Cuts are exactly what they're shown in the drawings. So the miters came out really well. So just a little bit of sanding. I really like my new remote control for my shop vac. Some exterior paint. That's where the spacers come in handy. I pre-drilled all these holes. Put the screws right into the trim. In this design, I left an 1.5 inches at the bottom. That way you could actually put a bottom on here if you wanted to. You can modify the design by making the legs longer, but I'm going to use them to dig a hole and fill up with gravel, and that way I can level it out. I'll have this in contact with the ground, so there's no need to put a bottom in it. If you haven't already, please subscribe. You'll see me transition from my indoor shop projects into projects outside. I've got my foundation set for my greenhouse. I'll be framing that up with the 15 windows that we're restoring in here. And I'll be putting this in with a garden arbor, kind of a gate into the garden area. So stick around and subscribe. Go fill it up with soil and compost and see what we got. Go get it done. Oh yeah, I live in Alaska. It's the middle of April, and yeah, it'll be a while before I get this filled with dirt.